the GameCube. A console that has been a staple of Nintendo for many, many years now, renowned by many gamers for its classic selection of games and the advanced hardware that it offered when it came out. For today's video Nostalgics, I, Ryan from the Nostalgia Factor, am going to be listing 5 GameCube games that I would personally love to own and play, and obviously have in my old game collection. So without further ado guys, here are my top 5 most wanted GameCube games. For number 5 on my list, it would have to be Crash Nitro Kart. If you guys don't know by now, Crash Bandicoot is one of my favorite game series of all time, and Crash Nitro Kart is actually a kart racing Crash Bandicoot game I have never played. I've seen reviews of it, I've seen gameplay of it, but it's a game that I'm pretty interested in, and I've seen gameplay on the GameCube, which honestly looks pretty good, especially compared to other versions of the game. Now, the reason it's number 5 on this list, despite me being a big Crash fan, is compared to the other games that are on this list, Crash Nitro Kart is one of those Crash games that I could live without not having due to the different mechanics, due to the different graphics, due to the different style that I feel like I got lost in translation after the original trilogy up until this point with the release of the Insane Trilogy. It's one of those games. I still want to get it, but it's just not as high of a priority as the other games on this list, but it comes in at number 5. Number 4 on my list is Super Mario Sunshine. This may come as a no-brainer to a lot of you GameCube players out there, but Super Mario Sunshine was actually a pretty big innovation when it came out back in 2003, with the different mechanics with Mario, with a different story, with a different area outside of the Mushroom Kingdom, and of course various new gameplay mechanics, especially with the innovation of the new water cannon known as Flood that you have to play with. It offers a lot of new stuff to the Mario formula that makes it a really unique game in the series, and of course me, being a collector and a player of games, I really do want to get Super Mario Sunshine for those reasons, and also because it would be nice to expand out into different Mario games besides the usual Go and Rescue Peach from Bowser-esque gameplay. So yeah, Super Mario Sunshine, it's unique to me, and it's a game that I'd love to have for the GameCube. Number 3 on my list is Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion is another example of a great different innovation in the Mario series, and also a GameCube classic if you are into the GameCube, of course, from the old days. Luigi's Mansion is a game that I really want to get my hands on because it's a very different Mario game with Luigi as the main character, going through a mansion and sucking up ghosts with a vacuum pack in order to take down King Boo ultimately at the end and save his brother Mario, who's trapped in a painting. It's a very different plot, and it's a very different innovation for the Mario series, like I mentioned. So this is a very unique game to me, and again, it's a very big GameCube classic, so this is a game that I'd actually love to get my hands on someday. It looks really fun. Number 2 on my list is Super Smash Bros. Melee. Smash Bros. Is a series for me that I really enjoy. While I'm not one of the biggest fans of it out there, and I haven't played every single game that's been made, as a lover of old games, Melee pretty much gave the Smash Bros. Series the identity that it has, with the inclusion of different Nintendo properties coming together to duke it out in a wide variety of arenas that you could play with your friends. Really great series, and overall, Melee, in my opinion, looks like a really good game. I want to experience it for myself and see what all the hype was about back in the day. It's still a beloved game today, even though by other standards to other Smash games, it is quite dated with the controls and whatnot from what I've heard. But it's still a game that I'd love to have, and it's one, again, that I'd want to experience for myself. Number 1 on my list is the Resident Evil 1 remake for the GameCube. Now, the original Resident Evil is number 1 on my list purely because I've been getting way more into the Resident Evil series lately, and it's a great classic game, great classic series that's still remembered today, and the original games are definitely something worth checking out if you haven't already. I have the original Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut in the collection right now, and overall, though, I would love to get a hold of this game because it has better graphics, better controls, better innovation from the original series, and overall, it just adds a really nice, upgraded depth of feel from the PlayStation to the GameCube. And again, as someone who's getting into the Resident Evil series, this is a game, if I had to choose out of all the games on this list, this would definitely be my number 1, and I'd be pretty hyped to get it, especially for the collection. And that's it for today's video, Nostalgics. Those are my top 5 most wanted GameCube games. Let me know your guys' list in the comment section down below of games that you really want, or games that you've played, or, you know, things like that from the GameCube. Just let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. And of course, if you did enjoy the video, give it a big old like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to get your future gaming stuff coming up, as always. And that's all from me, guys. Until next time, this has been Ryan from the Nostalgia Factor saying, keep on gaming.